Hello everyone and welcome. Today we'll be taking a look at a couple of highlight viewer submitted matches of StarCraft 2. Our first match of the day will be played on the map 10,000 feet here. 1v1, a Terran shall occupy the upper left corner. It is TD. Me noob, says TD. Great. And in the opposite corner, echoing the noob-friendly sentiment, we have a red Protoss, the probes of Cattle Attack. Either one. Red Protoss, in all honesty. Both of them declaring, I am not, Protoss declares, I am not master level. Me noob. Me too. Okay. Oh dear, they're precious. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. Like, the APM numbers up there. We're gonna have to be Indigos today, I think. I think we're in for a treat here. Now, specifically the statement, I am not master level. This is something that I have seen and dealt with for years now, because there's still sometimes, here and there it pops up, a bit of a bug and or feature, however you want to word it, I suppose. There's a portion of the ladder where the MMR values got kind of off, what we'll go with is the technical term there. So, like, silver to gold, even I think into a little bit of platinum, could also be construed as masters. The values got thrown off somewhere. People were getting masters borders, masters placement, like the star came up and all the flashy lights and whatnot, but they still had the silver or gold MMR. And in actuality, that's all that matters. Okay, the MMR is what actually determines who you're playing against. So if you're 2000 MMR, you're going to be placed around the 2000 MMR. Your opponents are going to be around 2000 MMR and are going to make a bunker as part of the wall on the high ground, despite scouting absolutely nothing. Yes, so it's working perfectly fine, I will say. It's more of just a visual bug that you got a master's border, a master's portrait, and with that, your opponents then will see your MMR. Because when you load into a ladder game, when you are masters or higher, it displays the MMR on your little loading banner, which when you then see the MMR numbers here, you're like, oh my gosh. These players might be panicking. Okay, some people might freak out like, oh my god, my opponent's masters? What? I'm gonna die. No, the MMR is all that matters. Okay, we're looking at 26 versus 32 actions a minute here. Know what you're up against, okay? Know that the ladder system, the matchmaking system, it's working, okay? You're going to be paired against an opponent that is just as bad as you, most likely. Very rarely does it happen that you get thrown off and somebody's like 800 MMR points higher, okay? Very rarely. You can rest assured and rest confident your opponent is going to be just as bad at you at this game. And the goal is just to try to be less bad than them, really. That's all we're hoping for. And to start off our brave, noble attempts at this, we have a few choice builds coming up. One of them is a fusion core. Okay. Well, you know, the fusion core, Indigos, here we're going to be polite, we're going to be professional. Indigos would say the fusion core opener is a legitimate build. That pro players who have done, you know, battle cruiser focused builds, usually the opponent's buildings might be a little bit more biological than what I'm looking at here, and might have less access to things that would completely hard counter a battle cruiser, but we're gonna stick it out. Yeah, that's a fleet beacon. Okay. Both of these players, they know what matters. They know what they're going for. It's gonna be big ships or die trying. We've got battle cruiser on the way with Yamato to boot. On the Protoss side, we have a fleet beacon, which, I mean, I would love it to be carriers, just to have, you know, the thumbnail, so to speak. I kind of doubt it's gonna be carriers. It feels like I've been seeing a lot of Mothership plays lately. Like, you guys are really loving all the changes to the Mama ship. They were selecting the Stargate. Oh, a second. Nope, just kidding. Wait, go for it. You know what? No, I want it. I don't want it. I want it. They're like at the store and they can't decide. Like, put it back on the shelf, they pick it back up. I think this one's gonna stay. I think we're keeping this one. The previous one, you know what? It had a scratch on it. It was a little sticky on the side. Nobody wants to deal with that, so they put it back. It clearly also in the wrong place, like so that somebody would find it and hopefully deal with it. The choice is Tempest from our fleet beacon. Okay, well that's actually also a very nice anti-battle cruiser move. Terran, they still haven't scouted at all. Protoss? Oh my god, neither of them have scouted. Like, you guys don't even know if your opponent's here. Okay. Well, who says you can't scout with a battle cruiser? Here we are. Battle cruiser shows itself, starts to pick off the probes. A reinforcing warp-in of stalkers quickly retreat and join with the other stalkers. They are social creatures after all. The Void Ray charges up that thick beam with brutal efficiency, taking down the battle cruiser. By the way, oh, the dance, I saw that. Okay, mister. Why, mind your manners now. We have a Mothership on the way, and Mama ship, you know, if you start behaving this way, you're dancing instead of putting your probes back to work, the Mama ship's gonna have some strong words, okay? She's gonna come at you with a shoe. And if you don't know the pain, the damage I'm talking about, look it up, okay? It's scary. And she's about to show herself. The battlecruiser loving Terran says, you know what, that went really well. I think I'll get a second starport. Yeah. Okay. Like, that is an option. Oh my gosh, more. Really, we're going for 3. Triple port. Bring on the battlecruisers. Who called in the fleet? We have multiple hat depots. The bunker still stands. I'm loving the campaign defense setup here. Like, we've got the bunker as part of the wall, equal space, symmetrical tank setup, a missile turret for detection. It's the perfect campaign wall. Okay, that's fabulous. Absolutely lovely. You know what also would be lovely? Making any actual combat units. We're making 1 Marine and 1 Widow Mine at a time. Like, this is what we're doing. This is... Okay. What is over here? Really? Oh my gosh, Widow Mines do way too much damage. 2 mine shots gets rid of the shields? Really? That was so bad. Cloak initiated for the 0 units that are here to support. The battlecruiser gets the jump on the Mothership. Recall. Wait, what did he shoot? Wait, hold. What did he just Yamato? What did he do? What? Timmy? What did Timmy do? What did... Are you kidding me? He could have made the missile turret that just won that. Are you for real? Just executed the man on sight. Commissar. Well, the Protoss says recall's dumb. We're going across the map. Like, 3 Tempests at a time. The natural is cleaned out. This is a lot of army, to be fair. Like, does it just end? Is this just over now? A botched recall into just walking across... Well, the Widow Mines have some strong words to say to the ground forces. The Tempests dying to missile turrets, because that's perfectly reasonable. We're making quadruple cruisers. Somebody pick up the phone, call the fleet, will you? 3 of them, I think, actually will complete. The problem is there's 9 Tempests on the field. Not a whole lot else. 1 battle cruiser on the other side. Almost dealt with. Will be dealt with. There we go. Big ships are us. That's what I'm gonna call you too. Okay. We got battle cruisers and Tempests and not a whole lot else. I don't think I would take this fight. No, I think we need to get out. Yep, that's one way. That is one direction we could have gone. Triple cruiser shows up in the Protoss's main. Really should probably target down. That's a lot of pylons. I think you just target down the Stargates at this point. A couple of Tempests are going to show themselves. Battery to support. Do the best they can. We'll check in on the Terran's base in a second. The Yamato down the pylon, actually shutting down one of the Stargates, will succeed in getting rid of the Tempest. The Stargate's unpowered. This means the production is cut off, really, for them both. At this point. Oh, we're making a bingo base. The Protoss is a bit quicker on the bingo base setup. Does the Protoss know about this? They do. Okay. They should at least. They have it in their map vision. The question is, have they actually seen it? Of course. Battle cruisers on the other side, slowly whittling and working their way up and down the main base here. We'll get rid of the Nexus. I don't know why you prioritize the Nexus. I don't think recall was really in the books. Honestly, when I see what I'm dealing with here. I think the Mothership recall was gold. I'm gonna have to try to remember to make a short of that one. Oh, that was fantastic. The Terran has resorted to making Vikings, which would, I think, be a fantastic answer if the Tempests weren't actively here. You know, that might pose a little bit of a problem. Actually got the Viking out. Uh-oh. Terran. Ugh. It's a struggle. Keeping everything together, 4 Vikings versus 9 Tempests. That's a story for Valhalla, I suppose. That somebody's going to get sent there really quickly. They actually managed to get a Tempest off the field, I feel like. Weren't you supposed to make a Nexus here? I'm pretty sure this pylon is blocking where the Nexus is supposed to go. And if nothing else, the SCV is now. Okay, we have decided to go with a remote production facility. Why are we taking the gases? Where are we going to drop off the... Wow. I mean, I'll give them credit. Okay. Unfazed. Absolutely unfazed, unhinged, and very determined. They are determined to make this work or die trying. The battlecruisers warp. They discover, of course, the remote production facility over here. The Stargates, they definitely will not be coming online, I feel. The Protoss still slowly working their way through the base here, and instead of going after the cruisers, which I feel like, you know, going after the cruisers would end the game, and we don't really want to do that, of course, because we're almost at 50 actions per minute, Indigos. If I do just a bit more macro, then maybe I can actually break that world record. Are you making a turret? I will say the Protoss has shown that they're not afraid to fly the Tempest into missile turret range. There's still Widow Mines active too, which I feel like is actually rather scary, given how much damage they have done thus far in the match. Terran player continues to increase their turret count substantially. We're by 100%. We're going up from 1 to 2 turrets here. A mule is dropped for repairs on the cruisers. I think a fantastic decision. The Protoss splitting the Tempest in a way that they take virtually as long as Tempestly possible to actually destroy the buildings in this base. What do we rock? It's just the 5 Tempest. They're trying. And they are succeeding in getting production back up and running. The only buildings that the Terran left intact here were the Stargates, really? The production? You got rid of everything else, but you left him the Stargates. Now it's going to come back to bite. Okay. Command center up and running, operational here. This one actually somehow intact. That's an amazing decision there. Tempest, find the missile turret. They have high-sec auto-tracking. Heck yes. The Tempest player still prone to flying them into the turret range here. Cruisers warp over back to the Protoss' main base and shut down the Tempest that were being made here, recently constructed. The Tempest count whittled down to 4. Okay, 3 cruisers up against 4 Tempests. If we could get some repairs on these cruisers and you Yamato and teleport away, I think the Terran could actually take this. I'm not so sure now. Okay. Oh god. This is what it's all about. Big ships are us. Lost all 3 cruisers. God. Okay. Well, we gave the barracks a reactor. Marines aren't actually a terrible answer. Marines in high enough numbers, of course, can deal with pretty much anything, but Tempests especially, I would say. Tempests are not an ideal counter to Marines. Starport production also kicking in, going for Vikings. Protoss player starting to ramp up their Tempest production again. We still have a game here, okay. The Protoss player, their struggle right now is money. They're trying to get their economy back up and running. The Terran player, it's really on the gas. They still have a decent surplus of minerals. I'd love to see them obviously turn this into an orbital command, but then also make some more barracks. Just get a boatload of Marines at this point. We will see what actually comes of it. The Tempest forcing repairs onto the command center. Now, the repairing, when you have no actual answer to the army, is only going to delay the inevitable and drain your resources. It's not actually the answer. Repairing is a delay tactic, and not a resource-friendly one at that. We've already blown nearly 400 minerals on just repairing this orbital command. Well, they might actually be doing a little bit of delay tactics with this. The Vikings debate landing in the upper right. The Marines doing a little bit of work here. forcing one Stalker to panic and run. They do recall from the Nexus here. Okay. The Tempests show up and should be able to deal with the Marines thanks to the battery support more than anything else. Marines dealt with Tempest. That wasn't even all of the Tempests. Oh, you monster. Splitting the forces to deal with this. The Vikings, remember their land button will drop down and delete the Nexus, so that's actually really helpful. The problem, of course, will be fighting just about anything else. The Viking count up to 8, which isn't actually that bad, I would say. If they can catch the Tempest separate, like the Protoss player's been splitting up the forces here, if they can actually catch some of the Tempests separate from the pack, you know, isolate the sick and the injured, yes, like velociraptors, you know, from the dinosaur days. You were there, I know you were, so you remember, recall with perfect clarity, of course. They'd isolate some from the herd, from the pack, and then they might actually stand a decent chance. Unfortunately for the Terran, the Protoss has discovered their new base of operations. The barracks are being dealt with, and tectonic destabilizers completed. Why get the damage and armor upgrades? No, that'd be silly. The Vikings stumble onto exactly what I was talking about, what I was hoping to see. Just stumble onto a few of the Tempests away from the pack, away from the main army, and drop down. The mass Viking, okay, this is another thing y'all have been doing lately that I don't quite know how to feel about. I'm like, that's silly. Okay, y'all are weird. But then it works surprisingly well. The command center destroyed. Uh-oh, the Vikings clash with the Tempests. Need to really focus their fire a bit. And having some decent success, actually, really. 4 Vikings, the Stalkers helping out rather strongly. They might actually be able to do it. The Protoss is not focusing their fire on the Vikings. The Tempests are gone. Drop them. Land them. Land them. The SCV's getting in on the action, too. Blood spilled. The Terran actually clears the army. 2 Tempests remain back at the production. This is a good one. Okay, I'm enjoying myself. Let's follow the Vikings for a second. I need a drink. Hydration alert. What a battle, you two. Slugfest here. Under 50 actions a minute, but nonetheless a chaotic mess of a match. The more the Vikings show up, the lack of repairs is going to come back to hurt, and the battery support's probably going to hurt even worse. The 2 Tempests, you were already in range of the battery. Move closer to the battery. I love it. Uh-oh, one of the Tempests does fall. Batteries run out of energy. I think he'll be fine. It's gonna be close though. Oh my gosh. Just barely getting rid of the Tempest there. That was that +1 attack kicking in. The Viking player going for that +1 ship weapons. Okay. The army's reset again. We have 1 Tempest and 1 Stalker here to help out. Remade the command center, it looks like, down here. Not a whole lot else, though. Like they're focused. They're trying to make Vikings, but they just don't have much of an economy. They've got 10 SCVs, for crying out loud. Like, what are you supposed to do with this? Meanwhile, the Protoss over here with 111. Yes, of course, I'm referring to the Stalker Void Ray Tempest build. Uh-oh. The Stalker forces the Vikings to land, which then gives the Tempest the ability to fight. Void Ray might be able to soak some of the shots. It'd be better if the Void Ray tanks for the Tempest. He's trying to let the Stalker do their stuff. Will actually get the job done. Only losing the Void Ray is, I would say, a solid win. Cut the starport product. Oh, where are you going? gotta get it sneaky, like, okay, don't let that starport see you coming after all. Go around the minerals. Oh my gosh, is this the end? This is it as far as the Terran's production. They've only got 2 command centers other than the starport, really, and that is just tech stuff. So I think we're looking at a dead Terran. 0 army supply, still under the starting worker count. Protoss player whipping up 2 more Tempests fresh off the griddle. I'm gonna have to say, I think, at least for right now, the Protoss is in the superior position. But as the game has shown us, things can be tilted on their head. The turns can table quite quickly, quite easily, yeah. Tempest starts to shell the command center. SCVs quickly evacuate, get out of dodge. What's the game plan here? Like, we're making 1 barracks. I don't think that's going to cut it. I don't think that's going to be good enough. Ah yes, float the command center from the Tempest. Because that'll work. Run, Timmy. Fly, you fool. No, don't stop. Oh my gosh, don't stop. Come back home. The probe's out for blood. Hungry. Chasing him. The movement speed, as I'm sure you all know, identical between them, which means they're actually just... Oh, I thought the one was going to turn around. We're getting just more a little bit of a conga line than anything else. I guess we'll have to keep an eye on the SCV for a bit. The Tempest clearing the Terran buildings now. The bottom left corner has been found by the Protoss, which means I think the Terran's in a bit of hot water. I'm loving the stealth depot. The hidden supply depot. The SCV was picked off. No longer in my selection, which means he is gone. Off to join his ancestors in wherever SCVs go. And I think he's about to have a lot more friends wherever he went. Double Marine gets out. SCV's pulled off the line. Stalker forced away. Tempests show themselves. 3 Tempests definitely stronger than the 1 Marine left over. I think maybe this is over. Yep, GG. All right. Well played. I will agree. I'm inclined to support that sentiment. You both played your poor little low APM hearts out. Okay, and I'm going to say well done. Great job. A well-earned victory and a very entertaining match. So thank you for the submission. That is not all for today, though, folks. On to the next. The second match of the day will be played on the map Ley Lines here. The upper right corner shall belong to once again a red Protoss player. It is I. Yeah, we're good. Okay. And their opponent here, and or perhaps unwitting victim of the barcode Protoss, it is a blue Zerg, Tepito. I kind of like Tepito. We'll go with that one. Zerg versus Protoss. Thank gosh we get all factions represented today. What sort of shenanigans are we in for? Oh, that last one was a bit more than I was expecting. Bit off more than I could chew, perhaps, with the level of shenaniganery for that one. Perhaps this one will be similar, perhaps a bit better. What are we looking at? Holy cow, Zerg, calm down. Okay, you're gonna put yourself into some type of cardiac symptoms. All right, just sit down. What are you doing? I gotta see that. Zerg, what are you doing with all of this? Oh, okay. We're just being silly. Got it. Okay, we're not actually doing anything legitimately. We're just bouncing between key bindings and hotkeys so that the APM counter looks really good, looks cool, so that Indigos says things like, wow, your APM's massive, and that gives you a nice ego boost to help you get through your day. But in reality, I'm going to say you're doing nothing important. And I'm going to call you on it because I do that too. So I know. You're doing absolutely nothing important. You're still getting the things done with your build, I will say, which is good. So you keep doing what you're doing, I suppose, if it works for you. But once you start to slip up, you mess up that build, I'm gonna chew you apart. Okay. Overlord in a decent spot, decent position here to spot the Stargate on the way, which of course is very standard, very normal stuff. Follow my Zerglings here. Won't know a whole lot until that Stargate's done. I will say both of their openers look substantially normal. Perfectly fine. The probe's pulled off the line here. Go after the Zergling. Zerg player does get to scout everything that there is to see, though. The choice is a Void Ray. Oh, interesting. Okay. Saves the probe. Way to go. Where's the other Zergling? Also dealt with. 0 losses? Okay, Mr. Protoss. Barcode here. Coming out with some decent response. Got the couple of adepts. The Void Ray's about to complete. I suspect to go after the Overlord. There's no rally point, so we're just gonna see, I guess, what the Protoss feels like doing. A Roach Warren on the way with the lair timing to support. This is a bit more aggressive than a Roach Warren I would like to see, though. There's no third hatch. I mean, drone production is slow. Like, what's our goal here? Are you really 2-basing? We're doing a 2-base Roach play? I guess that is an option. That is one of the things you can do. If you're gonna go for the early Roach, though, like, why lair? Just get the Roaches, get the Ravagers, and move on with your day. But I guess we're going for quick Roach speed, shall we? No, we eventually decide and settle on making a third hatch, which, you know, now is just substantially late. Spore Crawler's on the way. Probe out on the map. What are you up to? Really? Here? This is where we bingo base? We're on the same street as the Zerg. Okay. Oh, this is it. Okay. This makes more sense. They weren't going for Roach speed, they were going for Nidus. Okay. I was like, what are we doing with that lair, Mr. Pedo? But apparently, we're going for a Nidus play. Still gonna get Roach speed, which is a choice. That is fine. Dark Shrine spotted on the way for the Protoss. What did they cancel? Is that a pylon? Maybe. I'm sorry, a Fleet Beacon. Dark Shrine and Fleet Beacon. Because why buy one when we can buy 2 for twice the price, I suppose? What a great deal. Solid discount. Yes, I know. Salesman-a-ghost here, getting you. The Nidus network is done. The Overlord is neither in position nor an Overseer to actually get into position. It looks like they're still just trying to build up some of the army forces. Queen count? Dismal. Okay, only 4 queens at this point? Shame on you. You doing out here only trying to get this job done with 4 queens, and 3 of them are out here. Okay. All 4 of them are out here. We're making a 5th one, I do see. Trying to get caught up somewhere. Your AP, really? You're still pushing like 300? Okay. Let's see how you actually use it, I suppose. I can tell you what we're not using it for is getting the Overlord ready to actually spot for the Nidus Worm. We've been down this road once already today. I'm keen to see how this one goes. I will say, they're probably off to a better start just because Zerg can't build missile turrets. A substantial, inferior feature, if I do say so myself. We should at least be able to make infested missile turrets. Nidus Worm on the way. The Overlord moves in. Unfortunately, the Overlord was spotted very early and then dragged the army into where the Nidus Worm was going. So yeah, that's swell. That's going swimmingly, I will say. Dark Templar. We're gonna try it. We're gonna go for the recall. Okay. The army force gathering in the natural here. What do we have as far as detection? They do have one overseer, but it's all the way up here. Spores? I think they've got a decent spread of spores, so they will still be able to see some stuff. But I worry about where this might actually go. Mama ship? No? Not yet? Okay. We're sending some zealots out. No, we're not sending some zealots out. We're grouping everybody up. Loosely. We're very, very loosely gathering everything up. Ah, okay. Mama ship's on the move now. And queued up, interestingly. I think this one's probably going to go a little bit better here. Ooh, Mothership plays very different results. I'm going to say the recall is successful. Brings the army charge lots, DTs, and sentry to block the ramp. Beautiful. Absolutely beautifully executed. A little quick on the replacement there, but it's fine enough. Okay, they're concerned about it. They're trying to make sure that the Zerg forces don't get in here prematurely. Extra force field slightly off in the placement on that one, but I think it's still good enough. All the forces are going into the Nidus. It's up to the main base. Using the Nidus network to get back up to the main base here. The forces start to pour forth, but will it be enough? Coming out single file is not a good thing whatsoever. The Queen's caught off the creep as well. They come out on the wrong side. The charge lots will connect with them. Get up close and personal, make them very uncomfortable, I am sure. The Archons also just unstoppable. Okay. The Mothership recall will prove highly successful, ruthlessly. So, I say. The buildings will be destroyed, dealt with. The main base no longer belongs to the Zerg. Patch of Hydras show up, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh god, especially with Cloak. Yikes. Overseer on the way, desperately trying. Not looking too good. Those zealots find the drones mining at the third. See, Indigos, this is why I don't make a third base. Yes, obviously. DT, random group of DTs moving around here. Did you just recall? Over to here. Why not, I suppose. DTs focused on their job, going for the hatchery, will be successful. Recall to the Mama ship will actually save a couple of the Dark Templar at that too. Destroying multiple hatcheries, bases leveled and flattened, I will say. Protoss, don't start picking on your own stuff, okay? You're doing fine. Don't panic here. Zerg player, panic. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is just over. Like, there's not really a whole lot of coming back from this. They do have a Hydra Den still, but the problem now is economy. Dropping from 4 bases to 1 up against a actually functional Protoss, not good. The Zerg player, you see all of this too. Like, they're standing on the creep. Protoss unfazed, uncaring, and highly determined. That is the theme of our Protoss players today, apparently. Okay. It just ends. It's over. I agree. 2 Mothership plays. Very different results, I will say. So there you have it, kids. StarCraft, a creative game. You can really go about it whatever way you want to, and your results are unlikely to be the same as the next person's. Oh, if nothing else, an entertaining day. A Protoss favored day, but an entertaining one nonetheless. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day.